So today we are talking about highly analytical and logical clients, my favorite clients. So if you're a coach or a hypnotist, sometimes it can feel quite challenging to have these clients where they overthink, they're very logical, they're highly analytical, especially if you want to use some type of hypnosis or NLP type technique for them where you want them to slow down and uh, relax, I guess, a bit more so that they can access their subconscious. And so there's a reason why analytical clients are my favorite because they're challenging and you can really learn a lot from these clients. So I guess the first thing that I would suggest is to change your perception with regards to highly analytical clients. They can teach you a lot of things regarding your coaching and regarding your hypnosis. So don't make it don't take it too personally. Stop allowing these things to intimidate you because this challenge are these types of clients are challenging, can be challenging, yes, but the opportunities at which you can learn about yourself and better yourself is highly possible when you do decide to just work with your clients and change your perspective regarding it. So that is the first step. And the second step, uh, here's the truth, right? Here's the truth. Just because someone is analytical doesn't mean that they can't access their subconscious. I would be someone who I would consider as analytical and highly logical. And so, but I can still access my subconscious mind, right? I just access it in different ways. I don't do well with relaxation type hypnosis, guided meditation type hypnosis. That's just not how I prefer to go into a trance-like state. There are different ways as to how I get into it. And so, with regards to your clients, you can learn how to work with these types of clients. Look for principles as to how you can work with clients. Let me give you an example. This is one of the things that I teach inside my advanced conversational hypnosis trainings. And it is to, when you're working with highly analytical clients, just notice how they respond to the question. So instead of focusing on the content of the words that they say, focus on how they're saying it, how they're emphasizing certain words, how their body language is changing when it comes to responding to your questions. That will be your first gateway to their subconscious mind because someone can talk, 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 talk. But if you really listen and if you're good at really listening in between the lines, and be able to look for the things that they're not saying and listen to the things that they're actually not saying, and you utilize that, that can catch them completely off guard. Which then, if you catch a highly analytical client off guard and that stops their conscious thinking, you now have the advantage to use those unconscious moments. And so for example, a client talks, 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 and then they look up and they say, well, I just don't know if I can do it, right? Like, and the tone of how they said, well, I just don't think I can do it. Even though they've talked for like they've talked a whole page worth of things by answering questions and then in the middle of that or at the end of that talk their tone changes, their cadence changes, their body language changes, maybe the color of their face changes when they say, like, I just don't know if I can do it, right? And those types of things are what you want to look for in these analytical clients, coaching or hypnosis, right? These are the types of changes and responses that you really want to look for because that is where the juice is. It is going to be challenging because it allows you to really listen and to really concentrate on what your clients are telling you, but this can teach you a lot and make you such a better coach and hypnotist when you're able to do it, when you're able to filter out the conscious fluff, useless information versus what the real juice is. So this is the skill set. This is how you actually work with these clients. Just be good at and learn. This is a skill set. So you get to learn how to do this, how to really filter out what information that you can ignore, which is conscious information, versus what you want to pay attention to, which is the unconscious information. Because once you can spot those unconscious information, then and then use it and utilize it and feed it back to your client, then eventually, as those moments grow, their highly analytical part shuts down. They eventually start becoming more relaxed because then you're listening to them, and then eventually when their subconscious becomes seen and heard by you because you're actually listening, that their subconscious will just take over, and then that's when their conscious mind becomes um you know drifts away eventually. So that is the biggest way as to how you can work with analytical clients. And even with coaching clients, when you have a list of questions for them, really it's pretty much the same thing. When you ask them a question and then they respond, look for those unconscious cues, any changes in their mannerisms, body language, tone, cadence, um, how how they're responding to it, and just look for those moments and keep them there. Question the unconscious moments. Question when they say, I just don't know if I can do it. Question that and keep going down that route. And the more you slow down and the more you place their attention on those really juicy things that they've said, that's when you start getting to the breakthroughs. And that's how you can work well with this, with even with analytical clients, because when you are able to get their unconscious information and allow their unconscious just to take over, then that's when those breakthroughs come. And even though those moments probably won't last, because in highly analytical clients they don't have those hour long trances. Some of them might, but not all of them. Some of them can. There sometimes their conscious mind can just go back in within like 5 to 10 seconds. That is okay as long as you keep on hunting for those moments and allow them to expand, to allow them to just see the new insight, to help them change their perspective so that they change their identity, they change their behaviors, they change their feelings and how they feel about the situation and perception about the situation or situations that they've come to you with. So I hope that helped. Listen to your clients. Really, that is the main point of this video. And if you have any other questions, then definitely make sure you ask. Inside the next ACH training, we talk about these principles as to how to allow those unconscious moments to grow, so that even your most analytical clients can be caught off guard and still have amazing, amazing breakthroughs. So see you around.